Hello everybody and welcome to another Naruto Theorist video, and in today's video we will be talking about why Hashirama has Sage Mode and how he has it. And by no means, before I start the video, by no means this is not the definitive answer. There is no proof behind it. This was never really explained in the anime or the manga, so we don't really know, but this in my mind is the easiest answer and the one that makes the most sense to me. So, before we get into it, I want to explain Sage Mode for the people that don't already know. And basically, what Sage Mode is, it is the infusion of nature energy, which is an outside energy, into the user's chakra, and that grants, more abilities and stronger attributes in their fighting and sensory abilities. So basically, what this does is just heightens their abilities, so it's a big buff to their power. So the three users that we saw that aren't, excluding the Ten Tails and Sage of Six Paths users, are Jiraiya, Naruto, and Kabuto. And Jiraiya and Naruto both learned from Mount Miyaboku, and also the Sage of Six Paths himself learned from Mount Miyaboku. And Kabuto learned from Ryuchi Cave, who is the only one we know to learn, excluding Orochimaru, who can't use it because of his arms. Now, Hashirama did not learn in Mount Miyaboku or Ryuchi Cave, and here's why. So basically, with Hashirama's Sage Mode, he doesn't have any frog or snake or, I guess, dragon-like features that would result in Sage Mode from either of these. And see, in Jiraiya's case, he gained a bigger nose and kind of claws once he got full Sage Mode. And Naruto had the frog-like eyes. Kabuto basically turned into what he called a dragon. And I'm going to put those pictures on screen right there. But the Sage Mode, as I talked about earlier, I'm going to put up another chart right now, is the mixing of nature energy chakra into the normal chakra, and nature energy is found in all living things, including trees. And if you see where I'm going with this, Hashirama's wood style is made out of trees, and trees produce nature energy. So this is a really cool thing. So what I'm saying, which I think is probably the most logical reasoning, is that he can pull the nature energy from his wood style. And now, I already know hearing people say, well, he's not made out of trees, so he can't do it. And I'm not saying he is, but it is noted that his cells are different from other characters in the series, so it wouldn't be a stretch to say that he has some kind of, he does have regenerative abilities in his cells, so it's not really a stretch to say that he could have some kind of wood style in his cells, which would allow him to passively pull nature energy from his cells. Now, I already know in the comments, well, if he can do it, shouldn't Yamato be able to do it? And no, that would be kind of wrong, because if you see in the Four Tails, the Sasuke arc, when in the first beginning of Shippuden, when Naruto went into Four Tails mode and Yamato suppressed him with the, I don't remember the name of the jutsu. It was a pretty complicated one. But when he suppressed him, he said that the only reason he could have done it is because because Naruto had the first Hokage's necklace on, which Hashirama would have been completely able to do without the necklace. So he said himself that he doesn't have the full extent of Hashirama's powers, so he wouldn't be able to do that. Also, since Hashirama has very large chakra reserves because he's a Senju, it makes it easier for him to go into Sage Mode, since Sage Mode takes large chakra reserves, which Naruto and Jiraiya both have. And Kabuto really kind of doesn't, but when he infused himself with Orochimaru, then I'm guessing he probably gained some chakra in that. Now, we also see that when in the war arc, when the four Hokage get to the battlefield and fight the Ten Tails, that Hashirama can enter this instantaneously, which is a little bit faster than Minato's Sage Mode, which I think was a big plot hole that we'll get into, that'll get into in the next video I put out, which will be who's the strongest character in Naruto that isn't given powers by birth. So like Jinchuriki, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll go into Minato Sage Mode, but anyways, that's kind of a joke. But so Hashirama, he can do this instantaneously, which means he can do it without staying still and taking in the energy that Jiraiya and Naruto did. And Jiraiya couldn't even do it. Jiraiya had to fuse with the two the two frog sages, or toad sages, sorry. And go into Honored Sage Mode, which this isn't confirmed, so don't quote me on this, but I think Honored Sage Mode is just to specify that there's the fusing of the Toad Sages. But either way, so he can do it Hashirama can go into Sage Mode instantaneously, which is a lot different than any of the other ones. And I am attributing this to the fact that he is passively pulling nature energy at all times, so he could enter it whenever he wants. But yeah, so that's basically all I have for you guys today. That's just what I wanted to bring up and say a little bit about Hashirama Sage Mode and bring kind of my most realistic answer into why he has Sage Mode and the one that makes the most sense to me. If you guys have any other theories, which I'm guessing would revolve around him like going to Mount Miyaboku or something, you can leave those in comments. I'll check those out. So yeah, that's basically all I have for you guys today. If you would like to be cool and like the video or share or possibly even subscribe, that'd be really cool, guys. And as always, see you guys later.